So if you just got the new Pixel 4a 5G, in today's video, I'm gonna show you 6 must-have cases that you may wanna consider so that you don't get that brand new phone all scratched up. Now I'll leave a link in the description below with current pricing and more information of all the cases covered in this video. Prices range from about $12 up to just under $20, so all of them are pretty affordable. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first case up is by Spigen, or Spigen, however you want to say it. Definitely one of the best case makers in the industry. Now this one's a simple TPU material, but it's actually thicker than what you would think. And then on the back you got a hard plastic. I will mention it's pretty easy to get fingerprints there on the back, but that's pretty typical with most clear cases. Power and volume buttons are covered by that TPU material. It's a little weird to me that they've got all that text on the side, but power and volume buttons stick out pretty good with this case. And it definitely just gives you some extra grip. Power and volume buttons are really easy to use as well. Really easy. It's really easy to use the power and volume, and they're both nice and clicky. Now the edges on this are pretty rounded, which also make it a little bit easier to handle. Nice cutouts on the top and bottom for your headphone jack, charging port, and speaker. This one actually has a pretty thick lip going around the screen, so you're not gonna have to worry about putting your phone face down. So yeah, overall, this is definitely one of my favorite cases by Spigen. So you definitely can't go wrong with the Spigen Ultra Hybrid case. Now the next case up is by VRS Design. Now this one is just a TPU case. It does have a little bit of flex to it, but you'll notice this one is a lot more rugged and it has a built-in metal kickstand. You've got some nice ridges there on the power button. Makes it easy to find where it's located. It's got a tapered cutout for the fingerprint scanner and rear cameras. And it is a little bit thicker than the Spigen case, but the fingerprint scanner is still pretty easy to get to. Power and volume buttons work pretty good on this one as well. And you can see they stick out a little bit there on the edge. Now as far as how much grip this case gives you, now this case isn't real grippy. It's sort of like a matte, smooth TPU material. But the nice thing is they put these ridges here on the side, so it definitely gives you a lot of extra grip. And there's also a bigger lip around the screen, so you don't have to worry about putting this face down or if you drop the phone. It also has these fake looking screws in the corner. I think they're just trying to make this look a little more rugged or military. And then you got nice cutouts there on the top and bottom. So if you're looking for something a little more rugged, but not super thick, this is actually a pretty good option. Next case up is the Anker Newborn, and you get a few different colors to choose from. The one I've got here is brown, but you can also get black, blue, or red. It's kind of a nice leather looking material on the back. This is a pretty simple TPU case, and it doesn't really flex that much. And really this case is a lot more rigid than I thought it would be. Volume and power buttons on this one stick out really nice. Probably the easiest to use out of the cases I've showed so far. This one doesn't have quite as much lip around the edge, but it's still going to protect your screen if you put this face down. And it appears to stick up just enough to protect the cameras on the back, plus a nice tapered opening for the fingerprint scanner. Then you got pretty nice cutouts for the headphone jack and charging port. Overall, this is a nice slim case that gives you a little extra grip and one that you should definitely consider. The next case up is the Spigen Tough Armor case. This is probably my favorite case out of all the ones I'm showing you in this video. I just love the power button on this. It's got these nice ridges on it. It's just nice and clicky and super easy to use. Same thing with the volume buttons. You just barely have to push them and they start working. This is a hybrid case. You got a harder plastic here on the back. It also has a built-in metal kickstand. I'm not sure I would use that much, but at least you get that option. Oversized cutouts on the top and bottom. You can sort of see on the back the thickness of this case. It's definitely going to protect the camera, and it's tapered around the fingerprint scanner. This one's got decent amount of lip protection around the screen. Like I said, overall, this is probably my favorite case out of all these. Let's say you're in a work environment where your phone needs to be protected. This is definitely going to take you to the next level of protection. You've got a flap on the bottom and top. Now be careful when you open this other piece of plastic without the screen protector, because I just about snapped it, just taking off the plastic. The front with the screen protector just snaps right on, and it should just snap right around the edges. Volume and power buttons work really good on this one as well. I kind of wish they'd stick out just a hair more, but it's still not bad. You can see it's clear here on the back and the middle, which again, you're gonna get some fingerprints on that kind of material, but it is nice and grippy. It's got a soft touch material on the TPU around the edges, plenty of screen protection on the front, flaps for the headphone jack and charging port, and then you got a tapered cutout there for the fingerprint scanner. Nice thing is, even though there is a built-in screen protector, it still works really good. You can barely even tell it's there. So yeah, overall, if you're looking for something heavy duty, you definitely want to check out the Poetic Guardian series. So let's say the Guardian series isn't quite heavy duty enough for you. Well, that's where the Poetic Revolution comes in. This one does have military standard drop protection. This one definitely is a little more rugged and thicker. It's got that hard plastic on the back, plus a built-in kickstand. And you still get two options, one with a built-in screen protector and one without. And yeah, once you get your phone into this one, it sort of feels like a tank. You're gonna have the flaps for the charging port and headphone jack. You can see on the back how thick this one is. Power and volume buttons work really good on it though. Obviously, you're gonna get really good screen protection on this one, especially if you have the built-in screen protector. Just like the Guardian series, you just barely notice the screen protector on there. One thing I forgot to mention is you do have a cutout there for the front-facing camera and the built-in screen protector. So as far as grip goes, this one's sort of in the middle. It's not real grippy, but it's not super slippery either. So yeah, if you need extra heavy duty, it's gonna be tough to beat the Poetic Revolution. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.